Hello, hello, hello. How's it going? Okay. Maybe, just maybe, the YouTube chat might work today. Nope, don't think it is, but I'll keep an eye on it. Let me pop this out. Alright. I'm keeping an eye on it, just in case, but in case I don't respond to your message on YouTube, go to Twitch, the link is in the description. Just YouTube doesn't seem to be showing me comments or anything really. Don't know why. The weird thing is, I haven't seen a comment even on my YouTube videos for the last like 2-3 months even. And I'm not at this point I'm starting to suspect it might be on YouTube's end, not just a lucky coincidence of me not receiving any comments. Who knows? Yep, all is ready. Let's get into it. We're reading some more Hunter x Hunter today. Last time, okay, we're good now. So, last time we read Hunter x Hunter, we read the first 3 chapters of volume 33. And this time I wanna try and last a little bit longer. I couldn't last very long last time. It's a serious issue, don't laugh at me. But yeah. This time I want to try and finish the entire volume. Maybe we'll go for 3 or 4 hours. Okay, everything is ready. Let's just start. Chapter 344. Author. A daughter of the mafia. Teacher, lawyer, musician, investor, priest, doctor, swindler, board members of multiple corporations, tycoons, the founder of a religion, politician, artist. That's a lot of people. And the king's son. I've threatened, coaxed, paid people off. I lost something every time I got back a part of my brethren. But this will end soon. This is the last monster with the last of the eyes among them. Pyro, my journey may finally begin. But where would I go? There is no home for me to return to, and nobody to welcome me back. I have nothing left. That's pretty sad. Kirby is doing all of this to retrieve all his like family's eyes and stuff. Like, what's the end goal? What does he do after that? He's lost everything at this point. Even his best friend Pyro. His home. Like, what's the purpose of all of this? All these actions that he's doing, fighting to get all his eyes back. Like, where do we expect Korobik is gonna eventually land? Is he gonna... A lot of people predict that he's going to die. There's also another path. He could like just find another purpose in Gone and Kilo and his friends, and maybe find another reason or something. Maybe he'll give up on the eyes. I don't know about that. Maybe like he might be convinced to give up his obsession with the eyes, to like be convinced to stay alive, maybe, or something. Like either you give up the eyes, or you die, kind of situation. That might eventually, that Kurobika might eventually find himself in. Okay, we cut back to the hideout, Bereston's hideout. Number 2, that depends. Bereston brings order and a plan. What would you bring us? If you only bring pointless chaos, I must remove you. Ready for combat. I'll pay twice what Beyond offered upfront. Everything else can stay the same. I don't get quite what you're saying. Weren't you hired by this guy or Beyond? I'm saying I'll pay you twice. I'm saying I'll pay twice that for each of you. So he's being on top of what Bereston is paying twice. So they get paid 3 times? I assume Bereston is still paying them. Maybe after the mission. Because if it was before the mission, yeah, the thing with this guy wouldn't make sense. Okay. I won't do anything else, and I don't have any other conditions for the transfer. I mean, I'll answer questions when asked or give advice. But if you want to keep doing what Bereston tells you, that's fine. But number 2, that's non-negotiable. What's the point then? Wait, I don't care. So you'll pay double upfront? Are you serious? Of course, tell me your account number and I'll make a deposit right now. And you really don't have any other conditions? I said I don't. Trust me, will you? Okay. Is he trying to remove those who are less motivated? What if we don't all agree? That's the very chaos we want to avoid. Well, can't be helped. Sorry, it's a long trip. I'll wait. Wait? Yeah. Making you decide right now would be a condition too. You can accept the money when you're satisfied with me being number 2. Okay, so an open-ended agreement, like you can accept this whenever you want, but you will eventually have to accept it, because if you don't, this will cause internal struggles, like the guy is mentioning. If we don't agree, that's the very chaos we want to avoid, like having different parties, or cutting up the party into different factions and have some people loyal to Gin, some people loyal to Bereston and stuff. What are you thinking? Hey, I'm fine with you being number 2. This is my account and the money Beyond offered. Okay, sent. Can you verify it? Well, excuse me a minute, huh? I'll be right back. Oh, that guy ain't coming back. Okay. So I never actually, I want to go back a few pages. I want to like actually look at these guys. I can't tell what this guy's job or purpose is. Like, I want to look at their design. Like, this guy looks like a chef. Is he like supposed to be a cook? This guy looks like a combatant. Looks like a fighter. Have the Miku doll, she also looks like a fighter, and Gin also called her the strongest, because she seemed to have the most amount of nin. Also, what's the shadows on top of him? Is it because he's crouching down? He's taking the stance? I guess. Okay. We got the Miku doll, we got whirly glasses, we got the chef, we got the mushroom, we got a better close-up shot here. I'm guessing this is a medic, possibly? Maybe? She reminds me of Maki from the Phantom Troop. So a chef, a fungus girl, possibly a medic. This guy looks like another combatant. We have also a fighting robot. Maybe this guy does support. Maybe he is like the back rat of the group, or he has some supporting ability. It's just their designs are so they're so well designed as characters. It seems like you're supposed to interpret their position from their designs and clothes. Okay. Where were we? He's not coming back. Anyone else good with the deal? Yeah, I don't mind one way or another, but as you wish. I won't listen to anything you say. You're nothing like the Emperor's new clothes. Okay, that's fine. Tell me your account number and amount. I don't want your money. Nope, you have to take it. I said I don't want it. Then you haven't accepted me. You can donate it or give it away for all I care. Well, let me know when you feel up to it. Ariston, you didn't object. Not at all. In fact, it would be great if you were number 2. I'll ask for your account anyway, but if my math is correct, 2 times 0 is still 0. You're right. Okay. Of course, Ariston is just on board with the plan because he likes to fuck with people. Not because he is interested in exploring the Dark Continent or anything. Or money. Compensation. Monetary compensation. He just wants to do this to fuck with the Hunter Association. Because he doesn't see them worthy like Netero. They're not real hunters. He wants to push them forward. Maybe. We don't really understand Bereston too well. What exactly motivates him? Gorbika, is that you? How many times do you think I've called? Tell me your email. No, I'm heading over now. No, just bluntly. No, I'm heading over now. You're joining the Zodiacs? Yes. Email? No. Miss Ice Storm told me about the Gone. About Gone. Is there anything I can do? He's fine now. Just get over here and help me. I don't know anyone. It's awkward. Alright. As if you're the bashful type. The area seems to think very highly of you. I don't know. I'm not sure how my ability would be useful in this endeavor. But thank you for letting me know about the Prince. I'll help as much as I can, but I know you can prioritize your business on board. You can prioritize your business on board. But we need you to be very discreet. This is a delicate matter. It being a historical event and all, not to mention the king's son. There are some dark shadows around him. I'm sure it's pointless to tell you not to get too involved. But try to find an amicable solution. No need to worry. I'm better at handling monsters in human skin than at battling the unknown. Yeah, because of all of his history with spiders and stuff. The way he battles, he's always trying to battle people, fucked up people that do fucked up shit. And not just the spiders, just all the people that collect the Kurta eyes as well. He's had to deal with a lot of those people. And we didn't even get to see any of that. All of that was happened off screen. All the eyes that he's collected, all the people that he mentions. The only one we've actually seen is the very first pair of eyes, which is the daughter of the mafia, which is the ghostwriter girl. What was her name? Brian or something? No, that's the Calamity. Bion? I don't remember her name. But yeah, that's Korabika's specialty, huh? Huh? I can't make any aura. Yeah, Gon had to pay the price for being healed by losing all his aura or something. Okay. The V5 went to the continent through various routes. Let me remove my mouse. The V5 went to the continent through various routes and brought back threats. Various routes. So there's multiple ways. I mean, it's a lake, I guess. There's multiple ways to, like, you can go from each direction and land on different ways. Oh yeah, we have a map of the lake here. Yeah, you can probably, like, land on different spots. That's why there's different places marked that Gen is going to talk about now, probably. Okay. Various routes and brought back threats, or the guide made them take him back as a lesson. Now that's something I was thinking about before stream today. The guide, huh? The guide makes them take them back. What is this guide like? I was thinking about all of, like, humanity's existence in the Lake Mobius in the first place. Like, it seems very weird that they live in such a secluded, secure area away from everything else that's dangerous on the planet. It's almost like someone is doing an experiment. Maybe this guide is, like, involved somehow. He's, like, the perpetrator of, like, why humanity is so secluded from the rest of the Dark Continent. Maybe he's doing, like, an experiment or something? I don't know. But I get the vibe that this guide is, like, involved in the separation between humans and the rest of the Dark Continent. He's even, like, giving them back, or giving them, like, calamities as lessons and stuff. Maybe he's introducing people to the Dark Continent slowly? I don't know exactly. Zubai, the immortality disease. Brion, the botanical weapon. I, the gaseous life form. Hellbill, the twin-tailed snake. And Bab, the beast that keeps people as bits. At level A or B, all 5 are more dangerous than chimera ants. No good way to deal with them. Best we can do is lock him up and stay away. Of the 5 threats, there have been victims of I and Bab on this side already. Okay, I and Bab. The Bab are the happiness drugs, kind of. What's it called? Calamity, yeah. We're lucky humanity hasn't been wiped out yet. So Hellbills and Brion have only been... The guide forced the calamities on them. That means they exist somewhere in the human realm, in the human area, no? or they got wiped out by the Hillbills and Bryons before they actually made it back to the main area. Maybe that's why we don't see as many victims of them in the first chapter that we read, 340. Okay. Whoa, the guys are surprised. Apparently, the bears didn't think to mention that, huh? They were just jumping in without thinking. They're all stored in the International Environmental Agency's basement, off record. Yeah, those things. That place, I mean. Beyond wants to take an unexplored route, so it's possible we'll end up with a sixth. An unexplored route. So we're going on a different route, something we haven't gone on before. A different route from all the 5 before, the ones that brought back those 5 calamities. That means we're gonna land in a different place from all the ones that yeah, these places that he's going to mention now. We're probably gonna encounter something new? Is that what it implies? Other than the electricity and immortality rights and stuff. Any other questions? So there's a reward that makes this worth it? Good question. I struggle to think that there is. The literature only lists risks. Are there any specific beneficial discoveries? Unmanned rock, an ore that generates electricity when placed underwater. One small bead can generate 20,000 kilowatts a day. It's found in a steep mountain range along the northeast shore of Lake Mobius. Along the northeast, okay, so over here. Shore of Lake Mobius. But that's inside Bab territory. Bigger Rose Union sent a research group of 1,000 people to secure a route and only 7 came back. Directly north of our world. Directly north. There's a forest on the continent. There's a forest on the continent. The ruins of an ancient labyrinth city lie 400 kilometers in, wherein grows an herb that can cure all kinds of diseases. Okay, miracle cure. But the botanical weapon that protects this empty city decimated the special forces from the United States of Saharta, only 2 returned alive. A cure all disease to the north. But a city implies intelligent life, no? Like possibly human life, but it's a ruined city or a abandoned city. So if nobody's living there anymore, was it that humanity or some form of humanity was able to live on the Dark Continent, or was it that humanity used to live on the Dark Continent and then it got messed up and life evolved and humans couldn't live there anymore? And is it even humans? Maybe it's another form of intelligent life that can build cities and live in masses. Chimera ants did that, but they lived in anthills or not cities though. The Federation of Ochima went southeast of Lake Mobius looking for nitro rice, the ultimate secret to longevity. So this one is interesting because it's a lot of people hypothesize that Netero may have eaten that rice. Federation of Oshima, he might have been involved with these people, huh? but 99% of them fell prey to Hellbell before they even got to the swamps where it grows. 11 returned alive. 11? That's a big number. Is it because Netero was there? If Netero was there, maybe he's the reason so many people made it back living. Turned alive. Okay. Mimbo Republic got the Hunter Association's help to help collect the Trinity Elixir that serves as the mother solution for all sorts of liquids. Only 3 returned empty-handed. So we don't know if Netero was involved in the Hunter Association all his life. We just know that he was the chairman recently. We don't know how long he was the chairman. So maybe he went to the Dark Continent before he became a chairman, back in the when Ochima sent their trip. Not trip, their expedition crew. Okay. Only 3 returned. There seemed to have been some sort of quarrel over I, but they had all gone mad. Okay, but I is the one that Mimbo Republic discovered, and we know the Zoldycks have the eye, so... But wait, Netero does mention that he went there twice, not just once. Uh-huh. So he might have been on 2 of these expeditions, because he returned twice. That means he's on 2 of them. So he must have been to both. No? I think... I think Netero was part of 2 of these expeditions, the last 2. I think he might have eaten the rice on one of them. In the Hunter Association, Beyond's dad, Netero, secretly went with his friends, but that trip was undocumented. As Netero said, oh, it's undocumented. So one of them is not documented, the other one was documented. Was undocumented, as Netero said. This place is too big. Oh man, this spread is so beautiful. Okay. It's basically a tribe of dinosaurs getting ravaged by like a bunch of earthworms and whatever the fuck this thing is. Okay, it's off the charts. Isaac Netero, Zick Zoldyck, Lynette Odubel. Yeah, this is the one that they went unofficially on, which is neither one of these or any of these, because it was unofficial or undocumented. Like they just secretly went. Okay. Okay, Beyond accompanied Kukanyu's Kingdom's team and succeeded in bringing back the alchemy plant Metallion. But by going off-route, they caught the worst disease. Only 6 returned, including the hunter afflicted with Zobai. The plant died. It's a what plant? The alchemy plant Metallion. But by going off-route, they caught the worst disease. Okay. Let me just go back. So that's the fifth one, and it's always separated. Like we got this beautiful page in between, but Zobai is always in its own corner. It's addressed and talked about separately. Not sure why. Like this trip specifically, maybe we might get a flashback that tells us exactly what happened on this specific trip with Beyond. Like we'll get to the Dark Continent and then Beyond will have a flashback about what happened on their own trip, maybe. Okay, the alchemy plant. Okay. Only 6 returned. Netero was troubled that the story of his travels, which was supposed to serve as a warning, had instead inspired others, leading to more casualties. It was Beyond's trip that drove Netero to convince the V5 to travel to the Dark Continent, to make travel to the Dark Continent taboo for the Association. Really? But Netero specifically is asking the association, the Hunter Association, to go and hunt in the Dark Continent. But then now he's convincing the V5s not to do it? Does he just implicitly trust that the Hunter Association are so capable that they can like forge their way even against the odds, against V5 making it taboo and illegal? Is he just adding extra conditions so to make it harder to just randomly do, but still possible? Still tempting them to do it against the odds? Okay. Did Beyond tell you that it's super high risk, high return? Do you still want to go? Yo, the guy is back. I do. You came back. I said I would. Of course. You don't trust me? We thought you left with the cash. I spent it already. To save the hospital my sister's at. I could be reborn twice, sell all 300 licenses. All 300 licenses and still not pay off its debt. Sell all 3, not 300, 3 Hunter licenses and still not pay off its debt. Thanks to you, the insurance payout upon my death will take care of it for her lifetime? For that, I'm grateful. Wait, he still hasn't been paid enough? I thought, in my previous read-throughs, I always thought that Gen paid enough to like pay off an entire hospital's fee or debt. So I guess not. The insurance payout upon my death will take care of it for her lifetime. For that I am grateful. You're my number 2. I'll go wherever you go. I can't let you die knowing that. You'll get to spend Beyond's Bay. Okay, so Beyond's Bay has an insurance aspect to it, where if you die, the payment still goes to your family. So even if you go on this dangerous voyage, if you die, you don't just lose everything. You could still get your family paid by going, huh? I guess that's how they convinced him to join in the first place. One thing concerns me. You spoke as if the V5 knew where to go and what to get, even though the place was unknown at the time. Yeah. It's because of, yeah, he will talk about it in a moment. Does that imply a previous pioneer I wasn't aware of? Yeah, there are idiots in any era. There was one guy who tried to explore the entire Mobius shoreline by himself 300 years ago. Alone? He wrote a book about it. A Journey to the New World, East and West editions. But only east has been found with no sign of west. Why? East and west. Yeah, if we go back here, you'll see all the voyages are technically on the closer side of the east. Are all on the east side, but they're very close to where humanity started. I guess because going to the far end is just very difficult, probably. But yeah, I guess they knew about the bounties because of the book and went to explore. Oh yeah, these two have not been specifically directly north. So it's Bab territory. Okay, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. But where is the Zubai one? They don't give exact. Wait, they do. Southeast of Lake Mobius. Southeast. Is it this one or that one? To collect that serves as the mother solution for all sorts of record. Only 3 returned empty-handed. They all had gone mad. Okay. Journey to the new Earth, but only east has even been found, with no signs of west. Why? There are 3 possible reasons I can think of. It simply hasn't been found yet, or his goal was too ambitious and he never wrote it. And the third, he's still writing it as we speak. But it was 300 years ago. Longevity rhymes, herbs that cure diseases. Of course. The book's author is Dawn Freaks. Oh, I just noticed what this is. This is supposed to be like a blurry vision and the person standing maybe possibly at the shore? Because he's exploring the shore, I guess, maybe. Or is that like trees and the forest behind him? But that's definitely supposed to be a visage of Dawn Freaks. The dangerous creatures evaluation list. Yeah, this is pretty cool. Just I forgot I forgot all the classifications. Or the meanings of all the letters. I remember reading it once and it's very interesting. I think, where is it? Brion? Brion is C in number because it doesn't multiply. It's just one weird like orb that kills people. Yeah. Chapter 345, Signature. You don't have any aura? No, you had it when you were with me. Oh, wait. He had it after being healed, but now it disappeared? What? I thought it disappeared immediately when he got healed. I forgot about this. I must have. Okay. I guess he just lost it somehow. Maybe it's a delayed after effect. Maybe he had a specific amount of aura and it all depleted? Who knows? You probably can't see it anymore. It just means you went back to normal. Isn't that enough? Remember what you told me? Let it end. I don't care what happens to me now. You fought with the intent to throw everything away, and you returned back to normal. You'd be ungrateful if you wanted more. Be happy about it. So Gin seems to think that this is normal, that this is a side effect of the contract he made. Okay. This will be a good opportunity for you to figure out what you can do as you are now. He goes back to Mito. Lives his life, I guess. You didn't want to travel with him? With Gin? I don't really know. If I had met him while I could use Nen, I might have gone with him. And why is that? I don't know how to put it. I guess it wasn't that I wanted to see him. I realized after I saw him that my goal had been to find him. Oh, he's a hunter, huh? Finding things, being a hunter is what he wants. Not... the thrill of the hunt is what motivates him. It was fun talking to him. I was glad to meet him and it made me happy. But he's more like an awesome uncle I'd always heard about. Not a dad. Yeah, he's not cut out to be a dad, nor does he know how. Yeah, you always told me. Nor is he willing. Like father, like son, I guess. Maybe I wasn't cut out to be a son. That's a funny way to interpret that. Sorry, that's not what I meant. Just that Gin is a jerk and... haha, I know, it was a joke. It's weird. It didn't cross my mind that I should stay with him just because he's my dad. But if I had been able to use Nen, and had felt how awesome and how powerful he is, I would have wanted to go with him. But it was kinda chaotic when we met, and I was no longer able to feel his aura at all. So as a result, I get to be with you. Now that you're back to normal, welcome to reality. Oh no. Maybe being normal is not the best, huh? Back to school. There was a lot of things you were exempt from because you were working as a hunter. Look at all this paperwork. Know what they said to me? First, write an 8 to 10,000 word report on what you've been doing. Write a resume and make 30 copies. Here's the test from the correspondence school for the Scholastics Achievement Certificate. We need to send to social services and the Educational Bureau, and 4 semesters worth of textbooks. Maybe you should work on solving your Nen problems and going back to be a hunter. What's all of this? Such a pain. I'll have you know, kids who go to school deal with 100 times more than this. Okay, back to Gin. We talked while you were gone. Since Barristan considers you number 2, we don't object to you being second to Beyond. We talked while you were gone. So Barristan was talking and convincing them that it's okay, let Gin do this. And we see this line that we saw last chapter between Barristan and Gin. It's the same line, it's the same design of line. This is all part of Barristan's plan or something? Or is this just like tension? But some of us refuse your money, while others are willing to accept it. Okay, these are the people who do not accept, and these are the people who accept without any conditions. Okay. And to avoid chaos until all of us decide at least to accept the money, we agreed not to listen to any of your orders. And he nods. As you guessed, we were hired by Beyond through Barristan. Simply put, we're temporary hunters. Okay, temps, huh? We don't care if you look down on us. The whole lot of us won't stand a chance against an almighty starred hunter. You don't have to lie. You're all experts, aren't you? You became hunters just for this journey. You have the particular skills needed to face the unknown. You've been planning this for a long time with Beyond as your leader. Like, I'm trying to think. Like, you definitely need a chef. You need someone with an ability to make food when you're on the Dark Continent, because food is not gonna be easy to come by. So you need someone that will have an ability to like turn things into food or make things edible and not dangerous. That's definitely this person's job. This person might be like an herbologist, someone who's very learned about herbs and stuff, because she looks like a mushroom. She might have the expertise to like diagnose what's the word, potential poisons and potential threats, and plant life and wildlife. This guy looks like a fighter, just a normal fighter, so is the robot. This looks like a historian. Maybe you need someone who's learned, who knows about, who can like decipher texts and stuff. Who will maybe help guide which direction we need to go in. And this girl is the medic, possibly, as I said before. Okay, where was I? You've been planning this for a long time. Okay. Bro is caught off guard. He basically confirmed that what Ken is saying is true. This is annoying. You also maintained a power balance in the association to keep Barristan as vice chairman. Maintained a power balance in the association to keep Barristan as a vice chairman? Barristan handled the business side while Netero remained chairman. We do think alike. Is that why I don't like him? Meanwhile, you pretended to be opportunists while sharpening your claws. Pretended to be an opportunist while sharpening your claws? I think an N is missing there. You need strong willpower. People whose skill is the source of their self-confidence. Real cowards would never go to the Dark Continent for want of money, right? So annoying. I might grow to hate someone for the first time in my life. So, the 10 of you here isn't everybody, is it? Can you tell the others I'll pay them up front too? I'm looking forward to this. This isn't an order. I want to see what I want to do to someone I hate. Sure, I'll let everyone know. Okay. Like this is what we see when Togashi wants to like show us malice, and Barristan is feeling malice for the first time, I guess. I want to do to someone I hate. I want to see what I want to do to someone I hate. He's feeling, for the first time, he doesn't feel like he's in charge. He's feeling like he's being swept, getting the rug swept from under his feet. That he's actually not completely in control, for once, of the situation. And he's hating it. He doesn't like not to have power, huh? If everyone will know, I'll take the money. If everyone will know, I will take the money. As in, if they will inform everyone else. Okay. You will tell us your account number? No paying me back. Give it to Beyond. I'm sure he'll gladly spend it. Ignoring my question. Oh well. So yeah, she seems to be like or at least she's acting to like she's a gentle person, which again enforces my assumption that she is a medic, a healer, possibly. Do you have any idea how many of us are there? I just told you, there are about 200 of you. In the association, only a few would actually go to the continent. About 25 max. Any more and the team would be too unwieldy. Is there anyone from the association side? I bet Shidel or Mizai would put a stop to that. Wait, do you have any idea how many of us there are? I just told you there are about 200 of you. The association, only a few would actually go to the continent. I guess Gin is still speaking here. Is there anyone from the association side? I bet Shidel or Mizai would put a stop to that, as in none of the 200 people that he assumes are part of Beyond's expedition team are from the association. They must all be like new recruits. Beyond promised to pay 1.5 billion to those who go, 200 million to the alternates. Alternates? What does that mean? Like an alternative is usually like something. Alternative to occur in a successive manner, to act or proceed by turns, to pass back and forth from one state, action or place to another. Yeah, alternating. What is alternates? To those who go 200 million to the alternates. Twice that? The fortune of a top hunter is incredible. But is there really a point in paying so much? To take power from Barristan in name only? Though, if they're in the plan, everyone should include those staying on this side. If they're in the plan, everyone should include those staying on this side. Though the money would simply disappear in an R&D for anything would bring back. Disappear in an R&D for anything would bring back. It'll get you a starter at least. What does that mean? Though the money would simply disappear in an R&D for anything would bring back. What's an R&D? R&D. Research and development. Something. Okay. The money would disappear in an R&D. Okay. It'll get you started at least. To take power from Barristan in name only. Okay, we get a cool city depictions. Cool city shots. The club. Oh yeah, these are the girls that go to the prince. The very I don't know if I should say this because of TOS. But yeah. Okay. So this guy works for him, huh? Oh wow, this entire hotel? Yeah, owned by the prince. Welcome, don't be shy. Whoa! I want to hear from all sorts of people, so I don't lose touch. Girls, run away, girls. Do not... Too bad they don't know. You live here by yourself? Haha, I invite people over so I don't get lonely. Care for drinks? Well, GG's. Fish. Mark, my man, those women, all they cared about was fashion and fucking. They'd never heard of Higgs. IBS, Serie Liga Española, Kant, Hegel. I've heard of Kant. I have no idea what the fuck all the other things are though. Hakuo, oh, he's still going. Fischner, Goldbach. I think that's Goldbach, right? Or is it just Bach? Isn't that like musician? Genical, Crocal, or anything. Oh man, if this guy got into power, I would not make it. At least ask beforehand if they know the capital of Cochin. Oh man, American girls, huh? At least ask before if they know the capital of Cochin, the ruling party, or the name of the king. That's the bare minimum for a human being. If I'm skinning pigs and monkeys, it's just dissection. What I seek is art, produced by youth with a future, but in an extreme situation, a synthesis of the art. 2 more females, please. Chop chop. Oh, this guy. I can't. Write up a contract and get beyond to sign it. If he violates even one clause, tell him he'll spend the rest of his life in prison. Yes, I understand. Write up. I was reading, but I wasn't really reading. I wasn't internalizing what I was saying. Write up a contract and get beyond to sign it. If he violates even one clause, tell him he'll spend the rest of his life in prison. Okay, I guess this is the V5 relaying orders to the association. Yes, I understand. I don't want to imagine the worst case scenario, but if you let him get away and allow a situation to develop in which he makes a discovery on the new continent and he declares to the whole world that he owns that discovery, I guarantee your future won't be so bright either. Yes, we are well aware of that. I mean, let's say Beyond does do that. Wouldn't that like put Kakin in the dominating authoritative position? Wouldn't like the Hunter Association just be able to align themselves with Kakin and like defect from the V5 and just continue business as usual if they just allied with Kakin instead? Or is there a reason that the Hunter Association can't like divest or get away from the V5? Like, to me this doesn't sound like a huge issue. Just align with Kakin if that happens, and the Kakin will protect the Hunter Association against the V5. It's not like they're anymore. It's not like they can hire people more skilled than the Hunter Association to like put the Hunter Association under arrest or something. Okay. Read this. Exactly like I said, right? Perhaps, but as you can see, you will not be released. Your actions will be considerably restricted. You'll stay in a room under 24-hour watch. Chaperones will accompany you on outings. Your whereabouts will be monitored via an anklet with a tracking device. Any communication with anyone will be managed and monitored. Do not resist the association during the journey. Anything found through my actions will belong to the V6, and any disclosure of information in my medium is forbidden. I see. Well, all reasonable demands. I don't object. Will you sign it, please? Now, you've gained permission. Only 3 things remain. Oh wait, only 3 things? I thought there was 3 things total that you needed, no? Wasn't... fuck, maybe I should have started this arc even before volume 33, huh? But wasn't there a thing where Gen said there's 3 things you need? This is permission. Permission was one of them. Qualifications, the means, a contract. Isn't this a contract? Permission. No, permission as in being allowed. And what's the contract then? In a way, this is like a contract. Like, hey, don't reveal, don't claim any discovery on your own and do everything by the books. That's a sort of contract. But permission has been gained. Qualifications as having the skills, like hunters and collecting people who are capable of surviving there. The means, as in the kakin that provide the ship, the whale that will send everybody there. Because you need a ship that can survive traveling through Lake Mobius to the shore. And then a contract, which we don't know the meaning of. And we have the screenshot of Gin again. What's the contract? Like, is that a contract with the gatekeeper, or what was his name? Does the guy need a contract, or is the contract just... I don't know. Anyway, what will you do with the prince after you get the eyes back? I just want my brethrens back. I yield to most demands. What if he resists? There were 2 people who told me they would rather die than hand them over. But they changed their minds without dying. It will be the same with the prince. I sure hope so. There were 2 people who told me they would rather die than hand them over, but they changed their minds without dying. It will be the same with the prince. I sure hope so. Like, so he has methods to convince people to give up the eyes, even if they want. If they would rather die and they still were convinced, that means Korobika promised to show them suffering worse than something worse than death. Huh. So did Korobika like gain a new sort of ability? Because there's nothing that I can think about from Korobika's abilities that can specifically do that, right? He has the judgment chain, the healing chain, but none of his abilities can do that, can they? And they specifically, one of his abilities specifically only works on the spiders as well. Which I don't think he used it, since it can only work on spiders, right? I wonder. But yeah, this shot gives me bad vibes. It gives me vibes that Korobika might actually die. I know people theorize he might, but this shot kind of like gives me, yeah, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna fucking fight this guy. and knowing what we know about where the prince will go, the kind of abilities he has, I don't think he will yield easily to Korobika's demand without a proper fight, huh? Man, I love Togashi. Okay, 100 more problems set. Sigh. 346 options. Korobika. The mission sounds tougher than expected. What do you think? I've heard a little, but it's no problems. So, we're going to a primeval? Primeval? Is that a word? Primeval. It means belonging to the first or earliest age or ages. Original or that's a real word. Primeval. Primeval. I don't think I've heard this word before. Okay. We're going to a primeval continent. I can explain. And I'll introduce you. This way. I guess that's in the original. I don't know why Togashi has... why he does this specifically with the Zodiacs, where he points at which characters the character is talking to. But I've only seen this happen in the Zodiacs, when the Zodiacs are all on screen at the same time. I guess here she's talking to everybody, but it's not specified specifically. Why does there's times where Togashi was just like, oh, to everyone. He points that Chidel is addressing everyone. Is it about the way she speaks? I think it was it only Chidel that gets this treatment. Kind of like how Hisoka gets his like diamonds and hearts and stuff on his speech bubble. Was it only Chidel? I think didn't it happen with another character? Anyway, these are the countries that represent the continents. What we call the V6. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And it's written in the Hunter x Hunter language, yeah, which is I don't know if I should get into actually understanding these letters. They even translate to Japanese, which I don't understand Japanese in the end, so probably can't understand them. But yeah, they're supposed to be the language of the Hunter x Hunter world. And I think when we make it to the Dark Continent, it's gonna be important to understand these. They might, it might show up in the Dark Continent, is what I assume. These are the countries that we represent the continent. We call the V6. It used to be V5, but Kakin was added in this recent mess. Each V5 country put in a national effort to explore the Dark Continent in the past, and all failed. The cause of these failures, the illnesses and dangerous creatures they encountered, are called the 5 threats. The details are in your handouts, and I'll go over the Hellbill first, on page 7. You got everybody? Mizai yeah, over there. And so the danger ranking of all five ranges from B+ to A, all above the Chimera Ants, which were B. I feel like that's just like a nod to the audience specifically. Oh yeah, all of these, they're all more dangerous than the Chimera Ants, obviously. The Chimera Ants, those lowly bees, those weren't nothing compared to all the calamities that we're going to explore now. It just feels like such, what's the word, audience, I forgot, there's a word for it where it's like, oh, this is something specifically being said just for the audience. But yeah. Our mission is to overcome any one of them and return with hope, something to benefit mankind. Okay. And then, there's how we deal with Beyond. Currently in confinement, we will take him to the pretend new continent. There are pros and cons to taking him on to the Dark Continent, but we have not reached a consensus. Any question thus far? Here you go again, everyone. Like you can interpret that she's talking to everyone. You don't need to specifically say she's talking to everybody, right? Anyway, for real? Overcoming things worse than the Chimera Ants? A threat so great Netero had to sacrifice himself to defeat them? All while reigning in the chairman's son? Bo is basically the audience. Leorio is literally the audience insert. Oh, audience insert. I guess that's what I was trying to say here. But that doesn't make sense. Maybe there was another word for it that I was thinking of. But yeah. All while reigning in the chairman's son. I have a few. I want to confirm something. Go ahead. Beyond clearly has allies within the association. Do we have any idea how many? Everybody's like, what? Huh? What's he talking about? It's hilarious. Almost all of them were not prepared to the question of is there allies or spies? Say what? How do you know this? How do you not? Former chairman Netero as well, one can infer that Beyond had been waiting for his father's death. There's no way he wasn't making preparations for the journey this whole time. He might have, according to theories, apparently he might have been the cause of his death. Releasing the Chimerians might have been Beyond's plan all along. He turned himself in, so it's clear that involving the association is part of his plan. He was confident he would be able to control a project of this scale even under confinement. The existence of a trustworthy, competent right-hand man and a large number of supporting personnel are necessary. Anything happened during the appointment of Netero's successor? Something come to mind. Yes, Ariston and the Temp Hunters. The temporary hunters. So in the election arc, he made temporary hunters. Did we see this in the election arc? I don't remember if we saw any of this in the election arc. The creation of the Temp Hunters. I see, hearing the details of the campaign, it makes sense. But since my question assumed a yes, I have a new question. Can I have a word with you, Korabika? Why haven't you shared this with the rest? Oh, no, first this. I agree with you about the informant. Cheadle and I have already begun an internal investigation. Why haven't you shared this with the rest? Because we came to the same conclusion as you. There is a spy amongst the Zodiacs, and you can't eliminate that possibility. Is that it? Yes. This all started half a century ago, after all, which is 50 years ago. Even the oldest of us, Botabai, was still a child. If the ball started rolling then, almost all hunters are suspects. So yeah, 50 years ago is when Beyond was barred from going to the Dark Continent anymore by his father. So he must have been preparing from that moment to go again. Okay. But the former chairman personally picked the Zodiacs, didn't he? Correct? And the old man refused to listen to objections and appointed Barriston as vice chairman. Okay. Where was I? But the former chairman personally picked the Zodiacs, didn't he? Correct? And the old man refused to listen to objections and appointed Barristan as vice chairman. So you can't really trust Beyond. I mean, you can't trust Netero. He appointed Barristan himself. I see. He was like that. He'd do anything he thought was fun. I think Barristan is a red herring. As for the restriction he gave Beyond, I can even imagine he was half hoping his son would come after his life one day. Yeah, because he was an opponent hunter. He wanted to hunt for strong opponents. So even if his own son came to take his life, he did not mind. He was kind of like half hoping that this would happen, huh? This is also why we chose you two. Who are likely to have nothing to do with it. The former chairman was crazy. He'd ask the impossible of himself and others with a smile on his face. Well, that was part of his charm. There may still be a spy he allowed to infiltrate the Zodiacs, so I'd like to keep this just between us. Alright. Cool. I'm organizing a top medical team to ensure proper medical care. I'll minimize risk by making offers in advance to persons of talent and making them members through the hunter exam. Schedule, disease hunter, doctor, jurist, scientist, jurist. What's a jurist? Man, I'm googling a lot of words today. One who has thorough knowledge and experience of law. So yeah, it is from jury. That's what I thought. Especially an eminent judge, lawyer, or legal scholar. Okay, she's a jurist. A science team. Okay, doctor and jurist. She's both. Cool. I'm performing background checks of candidates along with Sacho. Sacho's the horse guy, right? Sacho, yeah. I remembered that the moment I heard the name. Botubai and I are also negotiating to obtain the passenger list of the Black Whale number 1. We're getting V5 to contact Kakin on our behalf. Okay, this guy and this guy are researching the candidates that are applying to the hunter exam. Mizai Storm, crime hunter, private security company manager. Oh yeah, these are his occupations. Private security company manager and lawyer. Lawyer and private community. I'm just trying to memorize because I know it's gonna be important, all their occupations and stuff later. So I'm trying to memorize them now. Okay. Why is this? 1 second, I need to fix my layout. Yep. Okay, cool. Where was I? He has a security company and he's a lawyer. And he's on the intelligence team, she's on the science team. Okay. There are people in Saherta's and Bigoresi's militaries with strong channels to Kakin, and I believe we'll be able to reach an agreement. Saherta's and Bigorasi. I think Bigorasi is how I'm gonna call it. Saherta's and Bigorasi's military with strong channels to Kakin. Okay. We will be able to reach an agreement. We'll secretly collaborate with the intelligence team. He's on the defense team. Botabai terrorist hunter, public prosecutor, and military analyst. Public prosecutor and military analyst. Okay. Defense team. Will secretly cooperate with the intelligence team to create a post-landing defense strategy and a plan to prevent Beyond's escape. Will coordinate hardware with Nen abilities. Post-landing defense strategy. Okay. Makes sense. Next, Beyond. So this is Beyond. Who the hell is the ghostwriter girl? Back from the Mafia days. Balograph hunter, linguist and interpreter. Okay. I did not expect her to be the linguist of the team. But what's balographer? Baleographer? Baleographer. What is that exactly? The study and scholarly interpretation of earlier, especially ancient writing and forms of writing. Kind of what I expected from a linguist. Okay. She hunts lost languages, I guess. Linguist and interpreter. She's also on the intelligence team with Mizaistum. What was she saying? I'm making a language analysis software by integrating data on ancient tongues in case we contact civilizations on the Dark Continent. I didn't think of that. What if there's still civilizations, intelligent life? Not just like stuff like Zobai and Brion and stuff. Like actual intelligent life, like humans. Like Dawn Freaks, maybe. I mean, Dawn Freaks should still be able to speak the language, since he's writing the book in the Hunter x Hunter language. Once we get the passenger list, I'll prioritize confirming and reconstructing the data. Okay. What was I reading? Okay, once we get the passengers list, I'll prioritize confirming and reconstructing the data. Okay. Oh, language because of the Kakin language, or no. In case we contact the civilizations at the Dark Continent, the Kakin language shouldn't be something hard for her to crack because it's just a global language. It's one of the V6 now. Okay. Once we get the passengers list, I'll prioritize confirming and reconstructing the data. So she's also part of the data analysis team. Okay. Clock, botanical hunter, musician and dancer. Okay. Flora/fauna team. So that's gonna be very important once you land on the Dark Continent. The qualifications, as we've seen in the last chapter. We need people who are qualified. I'll gather intelligence and plants after landing. So her job comes after they land. But before they land, what is she gonna be doing? Okay. I had something I wanted to talk about, but I forgot. What was it? I forgot already. Damn it. Anyway. The background checks for the science and flora/fauna team support members cleared. I had a stroke. I didn't understand a single word. The background checks for the science and flora/fauna team support members cleared. The support members of the flora and fauna team had their background checks cleared. Okay. I had to reconstruct the sentence in real time just to understand what it meant. They volunteered knowing it might be a one-way ticket. They have no ideological bias or ties to Kakin. Sacho, problem hunter, detective/handyman. Okay, intelligence team. So that's 3 people on the intelligence team. Yeah, okay. I don't have much. I'll just say I'm sure I can supervise beyond myself. Beyond. Supervise beyond myself. He's supervising other people, not just himself. Is how I read it for a second. Oh. Sayu, bounty hunter, martial artist, defense team. He's the only guy with one single occupation so far. Everyone else has at least two. Oh, actually, no, never mind. Watabai also has two. I thought it was just the one. He's a bounty hunter. He's just on the defense team. He's just hired muscle, which you also need that as well. Nov said the pretend. What? Nov said the pretend new continent is his limit. We're having a hard time finding anyone with similar abilities. Genta, Butcher Hunter, he's a ranger. He's also on the flora/fauna team. Okay, that's 2 people in the flora fauna, 3 people in intelligence, 1 defense, 1. Oh wait, 2 people in defense. Okay. We're filling them out. Moral agreed, so we can entrust the ocean traversal. Morel agreed, so we can entrust the ocean traversal between the new continent and the gate to his team. Okay. Morel is going to deliver them, which is the smoking, the huge pipe guy that does the smoke jutsu. Kenzai, treasure hunter, bodyguard, defense team. That's the 3rd one in the defense team. I'm just gonna smash anything that attacks us on the continent. You take care of the difficult stuff until we get there. My duties also take place mainly after landing, so I'm comparatively free. I'm currently writing up disease control procedures with the Sunbika? Sunbika? Sunbika is not anybody from the Zodiacs, I guess. Maybe it's one of her lackeys. Gil, poison hunter, coroner or pharmacist. Coroner and pharmacist, not or. Science team. Okay. On a defense, intelligence. I guess that's everyone's team. Oh, yeah, Leorio and Korbika as well. I plan to support Shidel's medical team. I'm happy to hear recruitment from within the association went smoothly after announcing my participation. Oh, because people still like him when he was running for president. So they used his image to convince people to join, huh? This is a tough mission, but also a path to achieve my goals. That's actually pretty cool, huh? The way that Leorio is actually inspiring people and people like trust him because of how honest he is. Just says it as it is. Okay, that's actually pretty cool. There might be more to Leorio than what meets the eyes. This is a tough mission. Okay, this is a tough mission, but also a path to achieve my goals. As inexperienced as I am, I'll do my best. Leorio, rookie, medical students, science team. I apologize for the rude question earlier, not knowing the complicated situation within the association. I have many connections with the outlaws due to the nature of my work. I'll be able to offer informations about Beyond and Kakin that government sources could never provide. Bro has been very deep in the dark part of society, huh? He has connections now to the mafias and the underworld that he didn't have before when we knew him. Like Kurapika must have like changed a lot since the last arc or the last time we saw him in the what was it? The Mafia arc. What was it? York New arc. Cool. It's almost time for the next Hunter x Hunter exam. We've changed the schedule and format subsequently. Substantially, my bad. We've changed the schedule and format substantially this year, and we will only recruit people necessary for the journey. We'll need everyone's help to a certain aptitude and make the best choices. We'll need everyone's help to a certain aptitude and make the best choices. Let us all strive to make this mission a success. To everybody. Again, it's Sheedle. It's always Sheedle with the arrows. It's obvious just from the way she's talking. Why does it have to always add the thing? It's just a speech pattern thing. She's talking in a way that specifically addresses everyone? Maybe? 1 month later. A month later, wait. That's a lot of time. I guess that makes sense because they are doing the Hunter exam and hiring people, huh? Make a bit out of aura. Make it move a bit. Oh. Make more and more move. Make more and move them. What? Both hands. Is this for real? Reverse direction changes shapes and sizes. You've got to be kidding me, bro. He's just running an entire carnival on his hand. A snake, a bear, a horse, a rabbit. Change speeds and directions. Slow, fast. Enough, I can't think anymore. Usamin, you started the whole Bibble contest. Dexterity challenge using aura, which is basically this thing. This Bibble. Arg, I was trying to show off my mad skills and now... Erg, I can barely move one. Yeah, these people are supposed to be like the best of the best, not just anybody. And even they are struggling to make one. Yet here's again doing tons and tons and doing insane tricks and movements. Can barely move on. Well, it doesn't affect ability. It's like bin spinning. Hey, Hogwash, it's cool because it's useless. Again, one more ancient language test. So yeah, this team also has their own language specialist. Sure. Any tips? Practice. Okay. Is this guy asking him tips for the game or tips for the language? I think he's asking tips about the... tips about the Bibble. I see. Okay. Practice. Ancient Kabe words starting with N. Nda. Yes. Ndabe. Right? Nda. Nda emphasis. Ndabe shita. Ndabe emphasis. Right emphasis. Okay. Indanya. Right? Indado. So I hear. Ndabeju. Ndabe Max. Bro knows all the Ndabe words. Give up already? I can go a trillion more. I win. Wow, again. Curly is a... Varvard? Varvard. She's a Harvard professor. She's a Harvard professor. Let's play Mario. Sure. I just studied what I like without going to school. Fine. I admit total defeat. I'll take the money. You don't have to force yourself. How about non-cool context next? No. Just please just give me the money. I'll donate it to the scholarship fund. Gin. Arg, thank you. The hunter exam ended just now. Beyond's assassins all failed. Assassins! He specifically calls them assassins, huh? Not just goons or associates, or what's the word? Companions, maybe? I don't know. I see. The 10 people were all bounced by the aptitude test, right? Yes, their defenses were tougher than I thought. I was shocked. The caution they displayed in placing a trap within a trap for those who cleared the advanced background check is quite impressive. It seems the one who joined in the Zodiacs in my place is quite competent. Yeah, this is the lie detector test thing. It's like they could read minds. Do you know Mohir? Sure, I know him. You're back early. I didn't have to wait for the results. Everyone who could pass the lie detector, including me, was failed by this guy. He might have found out Beyond's escape plan if we had been told its details. Haha, don't worry, we don't have a plan yet. I mean, that's as secure as you can get. Just don't have a plan. It can't leak if it doesn't exist. Once Beyond gets to the continent, he escapes on his own and meets up with us. That's all. Yeah, I don't know about that. That might be a bit of a misdirection. Well, it's easier on my end. I won't have to infiltrate the association and play double agent. Go away. Go away, Bicotero. Oh, Foggy. Why is he pushing off the little mushroom girl away? Okay. By the way, again, aren't you from the association? Get the fuck out of here. He didn't say that specifically, but from the way he's looking at him, he's like, well, get the fuck out of here. What are you doing here? That's a misunderstanding. Since I want to be free to do what I want at the destination, I lean toward Beyond. I think I actually trust that that's what Gin is saying, huh? He left the association. It's actually aligning. He's sort of aligning with Beyond. He just doesn't want Barristan in control. So he's trying to thwart Barristan, but not specifically Beyond. He's completely fine with what Beyond is doing, huh? And he wants to join in on the fun. And he's being genuinely honest about that. He just doesn't like how Barristan is going to handle the situation. Maybe cause a whole bunch of chaos. Anyway. As long as there's incredible risk, I understand why the V5 is being careful. So I'll follow the minimal procedure required, and the worst case scenario, I don't have to come back. I like how he's just like, oh yeah, just send me there. I don't need to come back. I'll make my way, just like Dawn Freaks. The difference between Beyond and me is that the difference between Beyond and me is that for him, the adventure continues until we bring back the fruits of the voyage. So I'll gladly help Beyond be free. And that's the difference between him and Beyond. Again, there is no end to the adventure. He's always looking for more adventure. He will always keep adventuring and keep discovering and keep looking at more stuff, huh? So just finding like a magical herb or an electricity stone, that's not gonna be enough to stop Gin from continuing to explore, is what he says is the difference between him and beyond. Is that really beyond? Beyond's end goal just to harvest the benefits from the Dark Continent? Isn't Beyond the same as Gin? I mean, we don't really know that much about Beyond. We just know that he wants to go to the Dark Continent. Will he actually be satisfied with just bringing back the spoils from the Dark Continent, or will he, or does he actually want to explore more? What's Beyond's end game? What does he actually want to do at the end? Like, after, let's say he succeeds in going to the Dark Continent and he brings all the bountiful stuff back to humanity. Will he just be satisfied, like, improving humanity, being the king or something? So yeah, I'll gladly help Beyond be free, but I can't give Barristan a pass. What he wants is destruction, disguised as perverted love. My goal is to help Beyond and deter Barristan. Can you understand? Oh yeah, he specifically says this. Just what I understood from here. Can you understand? And we see the malice, the things when Togashi wants to, like, indicate that this character is being malicious, he's being evil. We see a little bit over Barristan's face, and a whole lot covered in over, what's his name? Muhir. I can't understand. Now, calm down. Let's clear Gin. It's clear Gin doesn't side with the association. Okay, he's holding back the goons of Muhir. Wait. I don't get what's going on. I thought earlier most of you were against letting him join. And it's been a month, yeah. So he must have heard about Gin and Gin's plan to become #1. Yeah, we met horribly and I still hate his guts. But see how it goes for a few days. You'll see he's someone we need. I can't wait. Our real boss is Beyond. We don't care who an irrelevant #2 is. 1. Barristan. 2. Gin. Decide now who's going to leave. Okay, they want to pick up a fight. Actually, 3 options, huh? No, there are 4, huh? Gin is finally in the mood to do this. I wish you wouldn't interfere. 3, you guys leave. 4, you guys die, right? Okay. Wait, is this a repeat of the thing? Didn't we already get this before? Like the ABC? Because it wouldn't make sense if you showed us the previous chart first and then now this? Or is this just a repeat of the chart, maybe? Oh yeah, these people, this thing is an A-level danger, this is a B-level danger. But what does that mean? ABC. Wait. Brion was a C, wasn't it? Which was less than 100. So it wasn't a single one. I thought it was a single one. I was wrong, I guess. Oh well. It's too long to go back and analyze all of this chart. Maybe I'll do it in my off time. In that case, there are 5 options. 5, both of you die. Inauguration. Chapter 347, Inauguration. Okay. Okay. What are you doing? Stop it! Are you seriously trying to kill them? Stay out of it. Block the exits. They're going into the basement. Good. Chase them in. Careful. This doesn't make sense. They would shoot not just Gin, but also Barristan? It's like, if they're really pissed off about Gin being there. Like, we know Barristan put them up to this. But this is such a bad act, because why would they be angry at Barristan as well and shoot Barristan? It's not just bad because of what Gin says later. Gin says, wait, what was it? We will get to it, but Gin says that it was a bad act because they said something. But what's bad about it is that they also are trying to kill Barristan, which would be like shooting themselves in the foot. Either Gin or Barristan, but shooting them both? What are you doing? Okay, kill them both. Stay out of it, block the exits. They're going into the basement. Good, chase them in. Careful. A suit who's all talk and a weakling who gets clobbered by a rookie. Oh, he means Leorio, when Leorio punched him. I see. I've always hated how overhyped you've been. This is a fine opportunity. Their boiling point is too low. A firefight right off the bat? You're not as crazy as they say. It's an image I built up slowly with the small crazy stunts. And shut up. I don't remember this panel, huh? The boiling point is too low. Firefight right off the bat. They're not as crazy as you say. It's an image I built up slowly with small crazy stunts. And shut up. You provoked them in the first place. Hey, I just went along with what you said. Well, they can't back down now. Shall we fight then? Sure, a bit. They're emitters that have to conjure guns. Piece of cake. You sure you want to let me see? Sure, it's no problem. Okay. And this is basically Leorio's ability. This is Leorio's, yeah. He beats the shit out of them. An ability that copies other people's abilities. It's nothing so extravagant. I can generally imitate any punching ability I've been hit with. It's just a talent I have. It's just a quick learner, huh? Too quiet. We're all three taken out. Do we go? No, there may be a signal. Leorio's studying to be a doctor. He must have been practicing bell baiting patients like this? Bell baiting? To the Googles. Bell baiting. What is that? Bell bait, which is to examine for medical purposes by touching as of body parts, as in to examine or otherwise explore, usually an area or organ of the human body by feeling it. Okay. Palpation. I see. Okay. Palpating patients like this, using his aura like an ultrasound. Harder to detect than in. Two of them beyond this wall. I see. Here and here. And destroying tumors and blood clots from the outside when they're impossible to reach through surgery. Like this. Okay, he destroyed their pelvises. Nobody else? Nah, maybe they gave up. I bet they think their mission is complete, huh? You got them to put on an act, right? It was pretty obvious this was arranged. There was some rough patches, but the biggest mistake... Oh, the biggest mistake, I see. So he did notice that it is weird. But the biggest mistake was when the pissed off Mohawk left out the option for both of us to leave. I guess that would have risked me actually taking them up on it. Well, an easy thing to solve that situation would be if Berestin said, no, I'm not leaving. Like if Gen wants to leave and Berestin says, no, I'm not leaving. That would also void that situation. But I guess that's what the issue is from the Mohawk guy who fucked up his act. It's not Berestin's part. I took them... I guess that would have risked me to actually taking them up on it. I took them on out of respect for their having to follow such a crabby script. Do it yourself next time, if you want to see my ability so badly. And you see him hating him more. Oh, he's raging. Oh, that obvious. I thought I was doing pretty well. Yeah, right, you have no self-awareness. Have you no self-awareness? A 2x4 would have played it better. I am so mad. That's what you sounded like. I might actually have to kill you anyway. I'm more worried about your troops than your acting. They're not strong enough to face the Dark Continent. They're support personnel at best. That's no problem, because they are there to cover for us. Our main job is scouting and providing extra firepower and cover fire. Okay, he does the shooting. A symbiotic type, exactly. He conjures heavy firearms. A ride-along emitter provides the bullets. A ride-along emitter provides the bullets, okay. So it's another person will sit in here and help conjure the bullets. So it's a two-man job. One person conjures the gun and one person conjures the bullets, or is it an emitter? Emitter, yeah, it's an emitter, so it's just 9 bullets. He provides the power to power the gun. Okay, much more powerful than each of them fighting separately. I see. Monkey together strong. So he also went. So he also sent the Nen weapons to them. There's a lot he can do, huh? Yeah, it's been demonstrated that it's much more efficient than carrying real guns for Nen bullets. For longer engagements. It's been demonstrated that it's much more efficient than carrying real guns for Nen bullets for longer engagements. Scouts and cover fire personnel plus him make up the 11-man Task Force Stonewall. Task Force Stonewall, okay. The only legendary mercenary crew to fight in the Lubo Civil War without a casualty. Lubo Civil War. Okay. Wow, what's... I'm sure we will never ever hear about that ever again. Well, Togashi just loves to... Oh yeah, Lubo and Civil War and yeah, stuff. Life happens. There's a lot of things. It's not like he's gonna fucking go into details about all these things. Wow, what's your name? People call me Gollum. I don't answer other questions. He's been like this all 3 years I've known him. I don't know his voice, face, or real name. Figured. Got a lot of don't talk to me vibes. Yeah, dude is just, I'm just vibing. Leave me alone. Kind of guy. So Muhir, you lead the soldiers, right? Can you tell them to take my money? Can I be honest here? I wouldn't have had any problem with you becoming number 2 if you hadn't brought up the subject of money. You know mercenaries value trust between each other more than anything. The faintest whiff of a rumor about switching sides for money and you're out of the crew. All talk of money is extremely uncomfortable unless it's clean, simple, and upfront, like how books on a shelf or remote control on the coffee table has to be just so. We don't want anything different. Some want... It's a bit loud. Some wanted out the minute they found out about your remarks. I'm pretty upset about it myself. Care to explain this for me? Well, I don't know what to say. I can only apologize. I'm sorry for the confusion, but I can't take it back now since others took the money already. How about if I make a deposit in the Noel Fund? The Noel Fund, Family of Fallen Soldiers Relief Fund, is a charitable foundation that provides financial, psychological, employment, educational, and child care support for surviving families of mercenaries who die in battle. Noel was a soldier who provided financial assistance to one-way people, child soldiers, refugees, and the poor, whose options are limited. Then others started to contribute to his individual account. This miracle account uses a unique 3-generational deposit system formed only through trust among depositors. Formed only through trust among depositors? Are you serious? If you create a grandchild account to send money, you'll be considered a mercenary. You can't refuse a parent's order. Okay, you wouldn't accept anything less. Everyone has joint management of that account, so there won't be any weird rumors. I just don't get it. Why do you want to give us the money so much? What the heck is it? Well, I often run my mouth first and come up with the reason why I said it afterwards. This time is typical. That's why I'm causing problems for you. The biggest is, I figured nobody would be blinded by greed, I guess. So, when they accepted the money, it was really showing that they accepted me. And I think I was happy to be surrounded by like-minded idiots. So he just wanted to cause a bit of chaos to kind of like tempt the people with greed and stuff so that he can kind of break down their desire for the money. So he wants them to just have the money so that they don't have a financial incentive when going to when doing their duties in the Dark Continent. He's already paying them double of what they're expected to get after. So now they don't have an incentive to do the thing for money. So he can actually rely on them and trust them. They're just doing it because that's their job now. Not because they are incentivized. And that way they will perform better and they can establish better trust. I guess that's Gen's plan. That's pretty cool. I think I was happy to be surrounded by like-minded idiots. I like that. He's like actually forming bonds with these people. He's coming to understand their skills and what motivates them and the things that they like. And he's connecting with them on these things whether it be like nin play, a bib play thing, for people who are like confident in their nin manipulation ability, or like the language or gameplay, playing Mario with some of them. Okay. Which kind of reminds me of what little we saw of him on Greed Island in the flashback. Yeah, okay. At first, I was mad about this interference with a voyage I was secretly looking forward to. At first, I was mad about this interference with a voyage I was secretly looking forward to, but Beyond had been preparing way before me. So I came here without getting my feelings in order first, to be honest. I just wanted to lodge a complaint. Okay. And about this interference with the voyage. Oh, he's mad about Barristan interfering with this voyage. Or the concept of the voyage in general, because he was always planning to go to the Dark Continent. But I surprised myself when the first thing I said upon arriving here was, let me in on it. I guess Gen had his own plans to like control the V5 and get them to like agree to send him on a voyage. And he was pissed off that Beyond did it before him. He took advantage of the situation before him and he initiated the V5 to go on this voyage already before he got to execute his own voyage. I guess that's why he was pissed off. Okay. Let me in on it. I don't really remember why I offered money. Excuse me. What was it? Masher? Masher? What was it, Master? I remember asking him. The cause was his quarrel with Barristan. He seemed to me a dangerous man as he was provocative throughout, a sower of chaos. But in light of their discord over the former chairman and Gin's personal feelings toward the continent, allowances could be made at the time. I didn't know the circumstances, and since Gin suddenly and unilaterally declared a personal change, I acted to bring the chaos under control, preparing to go into battle along with Marion. To prioritize a logical solution, I asked Gin about the merits of a modification to the chain of commands. Sir, I see, I get it now. And you concluded with money. I tried to be cool, but I thought nobody would have a problem with money. My history with Barristan is a bit complicated. I don't want to agitate things, but he's Barristan in the background on the phone talking to somebody, huh? But I really do want to demote him and block his schemes. And I also want to help Beyond's plan. I admit, the money is a gift, but also a calculated move. Whether you take it or not, you decide, Muher. Why didn't you explain this in the first place? Then things would have gone more smoothly. Well, I mean, we're forcing him to explain knowing he'd be embarrassed in order to clear the confusion. Can't you infer that? Huh? Well, this is all my fault. Fine. I'll make the others understand, but you'll send the money to the Noel Fund. First, let me confirm for you that I'm fine with you being number 2, But I'm the one leading the men on the scene, right? Of course, and since you're establishing a child account, you're a member of my team. My orders on the battlefield are absolute. The only answers will be in the affirmative. Got it, number 2? Sir, yes, sir. What is this like drama? The whole situation with, oh, why did you offer the money? And people don't seem to be okay with Gin offering the money. This reminds me of when drama happens on the Discord server. It's hilarious. Oh yeah, this guy insults that guy and then that guy gets mad. Yeah. Well, if that's fine with you, it's fine with us. The others won't object either, as long as Berstin accepts Gin as number 2. Yes, I just got everyone's agreement. Okay, that's where he was. He was talking to them. To everyone else. Yes, I got everyone's agreement. Since we failed to infiltrating, you can openly send everyone the money. I'll send you the list. Congratulations on your inauguration. In name only. You can lead the way you've been. I refuse. I want to see what you can do. Oh yeah? Then I won't hesitate. 3-generational account. Okay. Parent account manages deposits from sub-accounts. All members can share and mutually manage information on withdrawals and purchases by all accounts. Okay. Child sub-account manages one or more grandchild accounts. A grandchild cannot refuse a child's dispatch orders. Operational procedures are the same as a grandchild account. Okay, grandchild sub-account. A deposit-only account, which all goes to the parent account. Parent account, okay. Has a designated credit card that can make purchases from associated stores, including online. No usage limit. A deposit only? But if it's deposit only, but then you have a credit card, which means that you can purchase with it. I'm confused. Banks make me confused, man. I do not understand. Okay. Chapter 348, Resolve. Oh, we're close to finishing the volume, at least. Chapter 348, Resolve. Hunter exam, final test, Q&A session. Test, questions and answers. Okay. Tests on intelligence gathering, analytical ability, and applied skills. This is the video recently distributed to the world by Kakin and Beyond Netero to declare the voyage to the Dark Continent. Answer 3 questions based on this video. 1. Did you have knowledge of this prior to the announcement? 2. If yes, explain how you got your information with as much detail as you can. If not, describe the way you would theoretically be able to obtain such information beforehand. 3. What kind of... Oh, man... This takes me back to school days. What kind of economical, social, and cultural merits would you gain from such prior knowledge? Again with this bullshit. I knew in advance, of course. I couldn't divulge my sources, unfortunately. The merits include advantages in futures, stocks, and infrastructure projects, but the Kakin royal family obviously benefits most. Yes, he knows nothing. He is completely lying. I knew ahead of time. I was offered a job relating to it. With the power balance between Kakin and V5, I figured it was a good time to become a hunter. Well, he's mixing truth into his lies. The truth is that he did know ahead of time. He was offered a job, But with the power balance between Kaki and V5, I figured it was a good time to become a hunter. That's the lie. He isn't doing it because he figured it was a good time to become a hunter. He's under orders to do it. I'm ashamed to say I didn't know. I would look for connections with Kakin officials. Fail. He's hiding something important. I'm amazed. Indeed, I thought if we eliminated most of the spies in the first round under the pretext of a psychological test. I thought we eliminated them, yeah. I didn't think so many could clear the thermography and lie detector. No, I'm talking about your ability. You were so modest about it. But it's almost like if it was made for this. Don't think too highly of it. It's true we uncovered more new spies than expected, but there's no guarantee we haven't missed some. Is there a specific risk? I don't fully understand the mechanism of this ability myself. Since I can't use it without being face to face with the subject in my normal state, I can infer that through extreme focus, I'm detecting imperceptible changes that transcend my perception and transmit those to the chain. The Emperor time further hones the skill so that it's possible to detect them through video as long as I've met the subjects before. At least that's how I interpret this. However, the ability can only see through trained liars. Isn't that enough? What's the problem? If I were a spy and I needed to trick someone with an ability like this, I would seek out someone who can erase memories or manipulate the subconscious. Not to hide the lie, but to erase it. If someone's not aware that he's lying, my chain probably won't react. But only probably, huh? He doesn't even know. I see. This begs the question. If someone in the upper echelons had a similar ability or knows someone with a similar ability, and he's siding with the enemy, they would circumvent the double-layered trap in the hunter exam the way I described. Is there such a possibility? I mean, we do know from Barristan that everyone flunked, or at least that's what he says. Are we to trust Barristan? Rereading. It's Benjamin. Hey, big brother. Good news. Good news. Dad agreed to the deal. Are you serious? Yeah, he made the declaration. The sole survivor of this voyage will be the next king. Oh, dear God. Thank you. Finally. I can freely dispose of all the rotten trash. Quake in your sleep, Benjamin. I will be the next king. Hehehe. You think you can win? Are you high on something? A natural high. Did you tell everybody else? Dad's messenger will bring the brothers all the details. I wanted to let you know first. I'll get rid of you myself, you... I'll break every bone in your body. Scary. Know what? Just don't call me again, imbecile. He does not like that, huh? Oh, the poor lion. The poor little kitty lion. Men who swear indiscriminately and girls who say like a lot are fundamentally the same, don't you think? This guy, yes, this guy. Apparently, this guy, I've heard a lot of theories about him being involved in the mafia and stuff. I don't remember. what exactly is the theory, but this guy is... Wait, no, not the mafia. Or not just the mafia. He's probably involved with the Phantom Troop, the kidnapping of Sasha from the Phantom Troop, maybe? Back in the Backflash. We will see, we will see. Don't you think? And he's creating the tattoos for Troidnik. Theta, how... Oh, Theta. Theta already makes an appearance, huh? This early on. Theta, how'd it go? All 5 best with stipulations. All 5 best. Okay. Figured. The game was rigged since the association requested cooperation beforehand. Though restricting us to 15 employees on board per prince was a godsend. There were other princes with the same idea. Well, anyone who's not an idiot would do this. The more trusted allies, the better. We siblings don't get along to begin with, and we have to spend so long cooped up on the same ship. One thing, we were warned that lying in response to any of their questions would result in elimination. Considering the possibility of a machine, we explained our affiliation, orders, and the complicated relationship between the princes concerning succession. No problem, good job. Okay, so they were forced into like divulging certain secrets about the princes' relationships, huh? Benjamin, the eldest, and Tyson's the 6th prince guards didn't come, right? So everyone else must have gone 2 through 15 or something. Huh. Very perceptive. May I ask how you knew for future reference? Pride and envy. Benjamin can't stand to have the association judge his superior soldiers. Tyson can't stand to have her precious soldiers go outside and have anyone else touch them. Ah, that's pretty cool that Troidnik is so well informed about the other princes, huh? Did any gods fail the exam? Yes, Lazarus's 7th soldiers all failed and they were arguing with the association. Lazarus all failed? An idiot who jumped the gun. I bet he suggested assassination to his men without thinking there might be a lie detector. Might be lie detectors, huh? Okay. Well done. When you get back, revert to regular duty. Yes, sir. Yes, sire. I'll let you know about onboard position and orders. Okay. Get the... which means that this is a thought bubble. Which means Rereading isn't even saying this to Theta even. Even Theta shouldn't be... and her crew shouldn't know. Okay, well done. When you get back, revert to regular duty. Yes, sire. I'll let you know about onboard positions and orders. Get the Black Whales floor plan and tell everyone to memorize it. Imagine secret passages, blind spot, transit time, everything. The 7 deadly sins are missing something. Oh, this is Troidnik's inner monologue. The 7 deadly sins are missing something. Overreaching vanity, not realizing one's own ignorance is the greatest sin of all. Any big awful becoming king instead of me is unacceptable out of the question. Damn, bro is very opinionated, huh? Okay. I don't think there's a possibility. On what basis? Keep in mind, this is mostly speculation. It's unlikely any of the zodiacs have the ability in question. Okay, what ability? Unlikely, only because I don't yet know everyone's ability. Okay. But we'll soon find out. There were 3 factions in the original Zodiacs. In normal missions, we often worked within factions because that's how we got along. Each knows the ability of the members within their faction. But we don't know outside of our groups. Okay, we got exceptions for Gen and Barristan. Volatile Idiot. Idiot is between parentheses again. Proponent for Reform, Hawks. Okay. Extreme Left Patriot, Incomprehensible. Okay. Prioritize Balance, Moderate Conservative. And Liberal / Apolitical. Wait, where's Sayu? Wait, Sayu isn't in the same as Kanzai? Okay. I thought Sayu would be the same group as the cat boy. Okay. But this time we'll be split into specialized teams to enable cooperation. Okay. To enable cooperation, I requested that all Zodiacs share information on their abilities. And everyone agreed. So the defense has 1 from each side, science has 1 from 2 sides. 2 sides. And the information is 1, 2, 3 sides. Okay. They're all the groups are mixtures of different groups, I see. And everyone agreed, okay. Everyone understands the importance of this mission and they want to provide their innocence. And they prove their innocence. Does that apply to me too? No, Leori told me about your situation. I won't press for details about your ability and I won't divulge whatever I hear. But then I won't be able to share our abilities either, unfortunately. That's fine. Thank you for your understanding. What? I was just thinking things wouldn't go so smoothly if I were here by myself. Everything is so much better with Leorio as a go-between. He's a huge help to us too. So to continue, since we'll be sharing information, there won't be anyone with the ability in question. Okay, a specific ability. I don't think there's a possibility. So Korbika is looking for a specific ability in the Zodiacs, huh? And among acquaintances, that would be a no as well. Oh, is he talking about the ability to hide people? Or remove someone's memory so it's a secret. So that you can break through the lie detector. We examined the detailed history of all best hunters for all members, focusing on frequency of and performance in espionage or investigative missions. But there was nobody whose performance deviated from expectations, like you would predict if they had such an ability. Such an ability might only be used on top secret missions, or for jobs with third parties. Of course, but the results of the exam indicate otherwise. If there were an informant and they had prepared for someone with the ability to see through lies, Muhir the mercenary, Juhunde the biochemist, why wouldn't they have ensured that these two best? Both top-rated personnel. I even considered Juhindi as Jondi as the mediator between the science and flora/fauna teams. I doubted the machines when he flunked the first test. They sent someone capable of such an important boast. Surely they would have taken measures had they known about our trap. Sure, they could be decoys to distract us from even more powerful spies. There are infinite possibilities, but what sets my alarm bells off is the idea that Bearston left so easily after he lost the election because his spy was already in place. I see. We could put them to the test secretly. If you so desire, I'll offer my assistance. Okay, what now, Mizai? No newbies? Are we discussing bullying them? This is about our abilities, right? Speaking as a member of the defense team, the earlier we share information, the better. Yes, and incidental to that, there's something we must find out before the voyage. There might be a mole among us. He said it. He said it. He said the words. Would you still be able to reveal your abilities? Huh? What are you saying? There can't be. Why would you say such a thing? Hey, are you listening? Are you serious about this? Mizai. I like how Mizai still hasn't made a single expression since we've met him. Okay, Mizai. If I had met Beyond before I heard about the chairman's mission, I would have gladly helped to make his dream a reality, and I wouldn't have changed my mind after I saw the chairman's video. It's a question of sequence. This isn't about suspicions or betrayals. Both standpoints are possible. That's why I'm asking if you'd still be able to reveal your ability. I can. I use cards of 3 colors to restrict actions. Blue to admit them to the courtroom, yellow to put them under my control, and red to dismiss them. So the first card that he used on the guards that were Korabikas was the blue, which is the... I'm giving you a warning, I'm putting you in the courtroom. The second one was the red, which is like... Okay, now I'm pausing you, I'm putting you under my control. Okay. Not just... freezing them in place. My brain froze there for a second. That's my ability, cross game. I will carry out my mission whether or not someone here is in a different position. I'm talking about my resolve. Okay, and the cameras are watching, and Korabika, Bass. Informant is Sayu. Okay. How does he specifically tell? Not that kind of crazy. Not reckless. The awesome kind of crazy. Okay. Chapter 349. Worm Toxin. This scramble for the throne will be limited. Oh, this chapter. Oh yeah. I think we have 2 chapters left for this volume. How long have we been streaming? 2.5 hours. Okay. And that was 349, which means I can't count. I can't count. We've read. I legitimately can't count how many chapters. Where did we even start? Let me check. Can I see on the stream? We started on chapter. It's covered by my layout. 344. So that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 5 chapters. Nice. Last time we only did 3. Which means I'm improving. I'm improving. I can speak for longer. I mean, it's not longer. Last time I spent a lot more time actually breaking down the chapters and thinking about them. Because the entire last stream was also two and a half hours, kinda. Okay, take me back there. Okay, 2 more chapters and we will be done with the volume. Because it should... Wait, does it end on... Yeah, it ends on 350. So 2 more chapters. This scramble for the throne will be limited to only the children of legal wives of King Nasubi Hyugor, who board the Black Whale and take part in the departure ceremony. How many plan to enter? I'm terribly sorry, but I cannot tell you until the ceremony. I'm terribly sorry, but I cannot tell you until the ceremony. The contest will be... How many plan to enter? I don't think it's a choice, right? It's forced on everybody. Otherwise, Wobble wouldn't have entered the thing. Or was it too late? They tricked them into registering without telling them. I'm terribly sorry, but I cannot tell you until the ceremony. The contest will be cancelled if any candidate dies before the ceremony. The contest will officially begin the moment the Black Whale finishes sounding its departure horn. Once it begins, the right to succession will not be questioned no matter what measure you take to outlast the others. I mean, is it unquestionable? I remember somebody asks the king, or I remember eventually people talk about this, and it's not exactly you get to do whatever you want. It's just because if you just randomly try to kill people, like second Prince Camilla, she gets basically legally prosecuted and her prince title will probably be revoked. Because of her actions, so it's not really any measure. Okay. Maybe Togashi changed his mind a little bit, or maybe it's a translation issue, who knows. Okay. The sole survivor, if you agree to those terms, the sole survivor will be the official heir to the throne. If you agree to those terms, offer a drop of blood to this urn, and then insert your hand into its center. And Wobble or Oito agreed to this? Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. Oito must have agreed to this. No? If you agree to these terms specifically, the sole survivor will be the official heir to the throne. Then if you agree, offer a blood and then insert your hand into its center. Unless she was coerced into doing it without knowing, then Oito is not to be trusted, huh? She must have did this intentionally. Now I'm really suspicious of Oito being genuinely Beyond's child, and maybe even being in on it. Or first, okay, I'm not gonna say what I'm thinking. Or what if Queen Oito has had her memories replaced after she agreed to the ceremony, the seed urn ceremony, and then she becomes actually innocent, and that's how she can avoid being detected by Kurapika's lying chain. I mean, would Kurapika pull his chain of lie detector against the queen? Would he be able to do that? It would be very disrespectful, and the gods would probably imprison him for attempting to do it. Yeah. Wobble wouldn't be able to do this on her own, so Queen Oito heard these terms and agreed to it. Or she was coerced or forced into doing it. Maybe. First Prince Benjamin, Mother Onma. Second Prince Camilla, Mother Duazul. Third Prince Zhang Mother Tang Zhao Li. The Kakin King has 8 wives with 14 legitimate children. Officially, there is no ranking among the wives, and since gender normally has no bearing for... Officially? I'm pretty sure there is a very important ranking, very officially, between the wives. Every queen specifically has a specific number of guards and spies and stuff. Oops. That's pretty official. I feel like, at least. And since gender normally has no bearing for succession, all the children are referred to as prince, as in the nth prince, in order of birth. So yeah, first, second, third, fourth. Prince Rereading, Mother Onma, gets a whole ass page just to himself. Get to see all the eyes above him. Also interestingly, he collects other stuff. A whole other plethora of like human carcasses and weird creatures. Fifth Prince Tubeba, Mother Duazul. Is it Duazul or Duazul? I'm not sure. Sixth Prince Tyson, Mother Catrono. Seventh Prince Luzurus, Mother Duazul. Okay, that's 3 people from Duazul. First time we hear Catrono. Onma is the third. What was I saying? Second child of Onma. Second child of Duazul. She's the second. Tubeba is the second. Catrono first for... Tyson is first for Catrono. Luzurus is third from Duazul. Salasade is Swinko. Halkenberg is Duazul. Kacho and Fukitsu are Seiko because they're twins. Momose and Mariam is Savanti. And finally Oito, which gets a nice big section here. 14th Prince Wobble. Mother Oito. Okay, so Tsoridnik agrees, offers the blood. Now please insert your hand into the center of the urn. It's not going to bite me, is it? Not to worry. We see a puff of smoke, but Tsoridnik doesn't seem to react to it, which means it's probably Nin. Okay, she puts the seed in his mouth, I guess. It sounds weird under specific connotations. Okay, she gives him the thing. Wait, he saw it. He saw it. He's reacting to it. Okay. He's just not reacting very in a very animated way. Okay. Is that it? Yes, that will do. So he ate the thing and he actually saw it and tasted it. Nothing happened. Was that some kind of ceremony? What? Is he licking his hand because his hand was inside the urn? Not because he saw it? I don't get it. Nothing happened. Was that some kind of ceremony? Oh, he's licking his finger because it's bleeding. Because he offered the blood. I see. Indeed, the seed urn ceremony, part of the Kakin royal family tradition. It has been. It is believed that you will be granted a special power by proving your inheritance to the urn. With blood and focusing on your desire for the crown. According to the ancient manuscripts, the first king conjured this urn inspired by worm toxin, which is the whole put a whole bunch of poisonous insects in one urn and see which one survives, which one is the most poisonous. This succession contest may well be the historically correct use of this urn. With the ability of the urn, the children, unaware, will raise a spirit beast that will protect them. Each spirit beast takes after its vessel. A fragile, weak vessel cannot be king. Guardian spirit, this is what your vessel takes after? It's a disgusting piece of shit. Guardian Spirit Beast, a Nin beast created at the time of death by the powerful desire for the perpetuation of one's descendant, possesses someone closely related to the dead, feeds on his aura, and metamorphosizes into a form and ability influenced by his disposition. However, since it was not his direct creation, it cannot be manipulated at will. Wait, so the Nin beasts are created by the deceased people from before them. Okay, not specifically by the princes themselves, but by the previous generations that undertook the seed urn ceremony. Huh. Okay. August 8th, the departure date is official, and we see Beyond eating what looks like very, very delicious chops of meat. But departure date is official. There are 35 days until then. Choo choo choo. King Hyugo petitioned directly to the V5 for you to attend the Eve festival and the departure ceremony. It would pain him to omit the man he owes greatly in this historical event. Tell me, who's on your side among the Zodiacs? Then I will permit you to attend the ceremony. You are mistaken on two accounts. I don't know of any spies, and I care even less about any ceremonies. I eat and sleep here for a month, and then board a boat. Spend 2 months there and then arrive at the proverbial new continent. I'll behave until then, for Hugo's sake. What I'm interested in is what lies beyond. I'd like to decline, boys. I'd like to decline all annoying ceremonies. But to the public, I'm still a hero and a pioneer of the new world. Honor is important to Kakin, and if they pressure V5 and in turn you, their dogs, you'll be begging me to attend. Yes, Beyond is telling the truth. He doesn't know about Sayu. That means Barristan is the mastermind conspired with Sayu and is plotting to take Beyond back. He's serious about what he says, and you can leave him alone until we get to the island. That's rather optimistic. Even if Beyond doesn't plan to escape, those two may encourage him. I don't think so. Beyond's contract with Kakin includes taking the civilians to the new continent. He wishes to highlight Hyogoro's achievement. He won't cause any problems en route. If he breaks his promise and disappears, the V5 might turn the ship around, even if it means breaking things off with Kakin. I see. Beyond took the trouble to declare a truce to avoid such problems. Consequently, it wouldn't be wise for us to do anything about Sayu either. I'm starting to get a little bit lightheaded as we've reached the almost 3-hour mark, huh? Consequently, it wouldn't be wise for us to do anything about Sayu either. I agree, but I don't want to foolishly sit idle while they prepare to escape. Do you have a plan? I only watched the beginning of the video. Did Sayu reveal his ability? Yes. I used 3 nin monkeys: see no evil, hear no evil, and speak no evil. Any idiot would get it. Okay, so it was video. I was gonna ask if it was just a recording so that Kurapika doesn't get to see all the video and he doesn't get to see the ability of Sayu. But only like the initial talks about the intruder and whatnot. If their attacks succeed, they rob my foe of vision, hearing, and speech, respectively. It should work on Beyond too. I didn't... Vision, hearing, and speech. I mean, taking away his speech is not that impressive, but vision and hearing, I think Beyond would still be able to beat your ass, even without those. Should work on Beyond too. I didn't want to say this if there's an enemy around. When a healthy person suddenly loses their 3 senses, it's impossible to activate or even maintain abilities. What's funny is enhancers are rarely affected, but they panic the most. Their aura flow makes their moves obvious. My style is beating them senseless once they're disabled. If this information leaks anywhere, I'm blaming you guys. Unlike right after your query, when he's talking about his ability, he's much more stable. He's resigned to stating just the fact. Contrary to his words, he's revealed that he doesn't have to lie. He's definitely telling the truth about his ability, and he's on Beyond's side. I see. Everyone else is obviously nervous about the risk of the spy finding out about their abilities, suspicious but desiring to trust the others. The ambivalence is subtly affecting their body language. Okay. I was using too many fucking words that I don't understand. All stereotypical behavior of the innocent. The only spy is Sayu. The enemy doesn't know that we know. We should make the most of this advantage. Make no changes, but monitor Sayu with surveillance cameras and call logs. Find out what they're planning and secure evidence. So we're going to let them be. I suppose it's safer than breathing down their necks and tipping them off. Knowing Sayu's ability enables us to narrow down possible escape plans. From their perspective, it would be easier to escape after reaching our destination. From their perspective, it would be easier to escape after our destination when they land on the fake new continent. To stop them with minimal risk, we should restrain Sayu right before landing. If we move too soon, they might come up with other means, so they might change the plan if they arrest Sayu too early. The escape plot will likely be carried out right after the festival on the new continent. So seize Sayu right before landing without beyond noticing. It would be best if we could find some kind of proof before then. You'll be able to explain when the others ask what grounds you have for arresting Sayu. It would be best if we could find some kind of proof before then, yeah. Because all they have right now is just Kurapika's magical lie detector, and if they figure out that Mizaistom has been secretly working with Kurapika this entire time, it's not the best look. It would cast a lot of suspicions on Mizaistom as well. What if we have none? That's what I'd like to ask you. You'll have to admit that I was involved. Yeah, there you go. What then? There'll be a lot of arguing. I'll surely be criticized. That's exactly what I was saying. Because you acted on your own in league with the newcomer? That too, but I kept talking about resolve, yet I was secretly looking for the culprit. That in itself will upset most. While the ends are necessary, some consider the means to be important, and some are much more peculiar about the precise means, enough to make them reconsider how the mission should work. On the Dark Continent, things might get that complicated. By sharing, bro, it's already that complicated before, way before making it to the Dark Continent. By sharing our abilities, our bonds have clearly grown stronger. If they find out it was based on a farce, they might react badly. Mizai. Yes, did you see Kakin's website? No. The Kakin princes are hiring bodyguards to guard them. During the voyage and eliminate risk factors. This is a problem. The hunters we rejected will come on board as guards. You can't tell which princes are hiring? No, only the salary is shown, and they keep reboasting the amounts offered to one-up each other. There are 6 offers. Okay. When I become king, my first order of business is to separate the people into 2 categories: useful trash and useless trash. Okay, buddy. 350 Prince, and we get this nice cover art of Kurapika and the seed urn. Yo. See you next volume. Okay. The 6 princes hiring bodyguards are giving preference to hunters. To apply, bro hunters must enter their Hunter Association registration number, so multiple applications are disqualified. So if you applied to multiple princes, you will be disqualified. You can only apply to one prince. Enter their Hunter Association registration. What if they hide their their identity? Their valuation goes down. They'd be assigned far from the prince's personnel detail. The possibility that our target is among the 6 princes isn't zero. Even if he's not there. That our target is among the 6 princes isn't zero. Even if he's not there, it's still our best option for getting close to him. So, I need each of you to infiltrate a prince's security detail. Yo, we got the gang back, bro. A job posting 1 month before the scheduled departure is rather late, and all 6 were put up at once. It's obvious something happened that led to this situation. Yeah, the seed urn ceremony. They learned about the culling games, or whatever it is called. Izunavi, mentor, sort of. He's the guy that mentored Korobika, Izunavi. Izunavi. I didn't think the target I don't think the target number 4 is among them. It's Rereading. He's talking about Rereading. And why does he have the OBS logo behind him? What is the OBS logo? I guess it's sort of like a shuriken, huh? Okay. Or maybe he's secretly a streamer, just like me. No, number 1 and number 4 have the same mother, and this is old hat for them. I don't think the target number 4 is among them. Number 1 and number 4 have the same mother, and this is old hat for them. They must have trusted private military. Hanzo, colleague. I agree, only amateurs use money as a reward. The younger wives with less experience swinko through Oito. Use money as a reward. Okay. Basho, Nostrada family. I think that's convenient for us. We'll be able to win them over, win their trust, and we'll be able to get close to the other princes. Melody from the Nostrada family. No, if this has to do with a succession controversy, it spills trouble. Elimination of threats sounds super shady. Biscuit, hired through Killua. All I want is information that will get me as close to the 4th prince as possible. I'll leave the rest up to your individual discretion. I will get chains and barbed wires in his background. That's pretty cool. How close exactly? Ideally, physical contact. I'll have more possibilities I could use, and with higher accuracy. In fact, if I manage to shake Rereading's hand on the eve of departure, you can abort boarding the ship altogether. Hold on, by abort, you mean the security detail and not your job, right? Your contract is in effect once we've applied to the offers. I'll want my payment regardless. That's fine, of course. I'd think confirming that would be unnecessary with normal comprehension skills. I don't know who you think you are, but I don't trust you. Says the person overacting the innocent in our first meeting. Huh? You'll probably end up fighting with Biscuit, so I'll tell you the secret to getting her to eat out of your hand. I couldn't get myself to do it. It'll be creepy, but you should try it if you can. To get my people back. I'll just think about the people, think about the eyes. I would never have hired such a delicate flower of a girl like you without Kilo's recommendation. You're more suited to sitting pretty as a princess than being a bodyguard. You should pull out while you still can. I'll do anything it takes. Anything. Are you ready, guys? Yes, I'll do anything for you. Then send your data to your designated client. The clients are the children of the king's more recently added wives. No, not necessarily. There are some in more complicated positions. Naturally, there must be circumstances we know nothing about. All 6 posts have practically the same content, but if there's a possibility of getting what I want, I have to deduce which is from the minute differences. The first post or the last, the one with the highest pay, or the one that never tried to one-up the others in pay, the one that gave up quickly, the one with a lot of addendums, the one with none, the one that specifies the review process, the opaque one, the one that specifies the review process, the opaque one, interview required or not, etc. The closest I can get to the target is probably one of these. If they say the prince will personally conduct the interview, this shows maturity and confidence. There are 2 of those. So 2 where the prince will conduct the interview. One has the highest pay as a result of the one-upping competition, and the other never changed. The one who won and pays the most is competitive and likes to display his power. The one who won and pays the most is competitive and likes to display his power. The one who never changed has a strong self-esteem and self-control and asks the same of the others. Prince Hulkenberg is the one who fits this profile the most. I'm convinced one of these is him. He was accepted to Mewal University, the world's best at 15. He majored in physics and won the silver medal in the archery world's championship. Oh, he's an archer. He's an archer. Oh, we get more about that later. He has the best qualities among the princes, but he's made public that he has the misfortune of never getting along with his mother or his 2 sisters. 2 sisters, Tubeba and Camilla. So he doesn't get along with Tubeba as well, not just Camilla. And also Luzurus is should be his brother, according to public information. Luzurus should also be his brother, but no information on that. He openly criticizes the royals, and the king hasn't been able to control him. Entering boarding school in the middle of the elementary grades was rumored to be his exile as well as escape from assassination. And he's noted on his own Facebox page that Sreidnik is the one prince he accepts. Okay, the only one who could empathize with all the discontent and alienation. What wasn't the whole thing is that Sreidnik would want to kill him because he's a threat to his claim to the throne. Or well, he's like one of the biggest threats since he's his brother from Unma. They must have kept contact while they were apart and likely will return on the ship. Contact while they were apart and likely will return on the ship. The other can be summarized to be number 6 or number 10 from the profiles. It's known that both pick their guards on looks, and they're very proud, judging from the SNS statements through though these are weak reasons to personally conduct interviews, but their connections to Tsuridnik is weak, so I must pick Halkenberg. Kurapika. The others are sent. Only you and I are left, so I'll take the one you don't. I'll go with my first instincts. Halkenberg is strict with himself and others. It has to be this one. He definitely picks the one that... well, I mean, I do remember. He picks the one that didn't change, right? That didn't try to one up. It has to be this one. Okay, so this one. I got a response already. Meet at Hoi Hoi Hotel at 7 p.m. Me too, there's a briefing session. Me as well, but a different place. It's another hotel that the Hoi Goro manages. Let me know if you get any clues. If the client require non-disclosure, we'll use Q as planned. Got it. By sending a 9-digit code to a phone company. I think we heard about this back in the anime area. Yo, hi. I'm seeing somebody interacting on YouTube, but hello. It's just, again, as you can read on screen, YouTube chat doesn't seem to be working. So if you want to comment or something, please send me a comment on Twitch. The link should be in the description. Otherwise, I can't read any comments in YouTube. Tai, welcome to the stream. But yeah. Yeah, Q is the messaging service for hunters or something where they exchange secrets on the internet, I think. No call history, yeah. The prince awaits inside. And we get Oito. The 14th prince, Prince Wobble. Hello, this is Wobble, and I am Oito. My name is Kurapika. You look disappointed. No, not at all. It's alright. It means you're more likely to be someone we want. But how? We want someone who summarized that our boast was from Prince Halkenberg. Someone who can reach their goal. With few clues. We weren't permitted to write anything that specified which prince might be hiring. The only changes allowed was the fee and the descriptions. And the descriptions had to be picked from pre-selected options. Because if our identities could be specified, an assassin could infiltrate. And the popular princes would have been flooded with responses. I mean, a good solution to that would easily be just send an assassin to everyone. If you can hire enough assassins, you can just send one to every post and maybe possibly infiltrate them all. It shouldn't matter whose post is which. Doesn't seem like that much of a security thing, I guess. It's not that secure is what I meant. Both apply to Prince Halkenberg. He figured as much and did not put up a post. Because of our identities could be specified, an assassin could infiltrate, and the popular princes would have been flooded with responses. Both apply to Prince Halkenberg. If he figured as much and did not put up a post, he figured as much and did not put up a post. I see. Prince Halkenberg is very strict with himself and others. The rules didn't allow it, but someone who knows him and pretended to be him could set the fee at 0. Someone who knows him and pretended to be him could set the fee at zero. He wants to change the royal family politics. Royal family politics. There are followers both within and without the system, slowly garnering power. There are never-ending rumors of assassination plots, and some followers scheme to use him to form a dictatorship. Most who get close without going through his organization's background checks are assassins or fake followers. But that would be convenient for us. We would have a give and take relationship. Those after his life would get to wait for their chance while protecting us. Those plotting to manipulate him can learn his weakness. What do you mean? Basically what she's saying is that I welcome people who might even want to assassinate Hulkenberg because, hey, protect us while you're at it. Like, we'll help you out, kinda. And they wouldn't have an incentive to target Oito, but you don't know that exactly. Like, they could still also target you. Maybe they have more than one objective. Maybe it's convenient for them for you to be taken out on top of Hulkenberg. It's not exactly the safest. I don't understand. What's wrong with regular applicants? Bros will do their jobs, even just for money. They should be more reliable than those with ulterior motives. Not in this case. Bro guards specialized in protecting dignitaries, but are not trained in proactively killing someone. You mean to eliminate threats? Yes, this voyage is a killing spree. Until only one prince remains alive. Oh, she's revealing the secrets. She wants someone skilled in killing, intentionally looking out for people who might be assassins, because that would be in her best interest to hire people with such skill sets. The higher-ranking princes who have power and wealth have personal armies and are well prepared to welcome this battle. Didn't anyone oppose or refuse this? Surely you must have. I would get out of it. If I could. King Hyogoro requires his wives and children to conduct themselves as is worthy of royal blood. The wife's role is to raise the king's child with the unwavering belief that they will one day be king. That's what a king's child is. Oito is depicted as kind of very cruel in this chapter. Like, she changes tune later on. She doesn't act this way later. Like the way she's acting here, I totally am convinced that she willingly chose to enlist Wobble in this seed urn ceremony. She agreed to the terms because that's how she thinks of this. That's what a king's child is. They think it a matter of course that there will be an opportunity to be king and that the throne will be theirs, and that such an opportunity should never be renounced. The king instilled in them that anyone raised to believe otherwise would not be his child. It's not hard to imagine the fate of deserters. So yeah, she was compelled against her will. Okay. But she is very conniving. The way she set this up to like get people like Korabika to join her. For those in the weakest positions, Prince Hulkenberg is our solution. When he becomes the next king, if this succession battle becomes public, he will be the one to suffer the most damage. Our only hope is to buy our safety by blackmailing him with his participation in this very battle. I don't know why you're here. But if you... Dang, that's complicated. Blackmailing him by his participation in this very battle? How are you gonna blackmail him when you yourself are participating as well? Or just you mean using the public knowledge of this battle? The revealing of this public battle against his... to blame him. To blackmail him with that. Okay. But if you accept, the job will give 10 times the promised pay if you can get us off the ship alive. But if you accept the job, we will give 10 times the promised pay if you can get us off the ship alive. If you leave now, we will still pay you the promised fee if you keep this conversation confidential. I can't force you into this. I'm not in either position you described. But if you'll agree to my condition, I promise to protect you to the best of my abilities. So she thought he was part of... he is involved with Hulkenberg. He kind of was looking for Hulkenberg, but for different reasons. Not because he cares about Hulkenberg's ideology or position. Well, he cares about his position because his position is close to Tsraidnik. Alright, I'll try. There are other passengers, so they won't be killing each other in the open. Oh, I'm having a stroke. Okay. Focus. It's the last chapter, and then we can take a break. Maybe I'll stream some more tonight. Maybe if I fix the Elden Ring, I'll be back. But after this chapter, we'll be done. It's the last one. Alright, I'll try. There are other passengers, so they won't be killing each other in the open. They will feign normalcy and attend dinners and parties with other VIPs. There should be opportunities to pass by each other. Okay, she will. Okay, he explained all that Tsraidnik stuff and how he wants to get closer to him. But as you know, though we are officially equals, there is this. How much? 1 second. How much did Kurapika reveal to Oito? Like, did he reveal about the eyes? Did he reveal about fighting for his, fighting the fourth prince? Did he reveal that, that's his plan or what? 1 second. Okay. How much of it did he reveal to her? Just that he's trying to get close to Tsraidnik? Maybe that's all he needs to tell her anyway. So I'm gonna assume he only tells her about, yeah, my mission is to get closer to Tsraidnik. I have business with that guy. Okay. But as you know, though we are officially equals, there is a strict hierarchy between the wives. The same goes for the princes, and it will be difficult to breach a protocol. I'm well aware of it. I'll avoid anything that jeopardizes your safety. I was foolish. I came from poverty. When the king became enamored with me, I was obsessed with being his royal wife. What I wanted and dreamt about was at the time a sordid life of luxury and fame. But once Wobble was born and I learned her fate, I regretted it all. I finally realized what really matters. Would you like to hold her? Izunavi with 6th Prince Tyson, Biscuit with 13th Prince Mariam, Basho with 7th Prince Luzurus, and Melody with 10th Prince Cacho, Hanzo with 12th Prince Momoza. Okay, so Wobble, Tyson, Mariam, Luzurus, Cacho, Momoza. So both Mariam and Momoza, they, what's her name? Queen, I don't remember her name. But she had both of her children higher guards. Okay. whereas Seiko only hired Focaccio. Yeah, because she does prefer. Wait. I remember the twins' mom preferred one of the twins. I just don't remember which one. Was it Fukitsu? No, I think it's Kacho. Too bad she's already dead. Okay. Tyson hired, which is weird. I thought she was envious. I guess not. So Tyson was the other one that was one-upping. Miriam, Lucerys, Kachu, and Momose also hired. Kachu and Lucerys hired hunters. Okay. Volume 33, Threats, End. And that's it. The world's most cutting-edge manga, the Shonen Jump. Yep. Oh man. My brain is already cooked and we haven't even started with all the shenanigans that goes on with the succession arc. Man. My brain is cooked. My brain hurts. Take me back. Wow. Why is it lagging? Take me back. It's really interesting, like the whole shenanigans around Hulkenberg and how people are trying to manipulate him for political reasons. People that scheme to use him as to form a dictatorship. This is kind of like, it was really deep, man. Not only does he have his own ideals and he comments politically, but people just view him as a pawn and try to like use his position to like influence the system, huh? Assassination plots, and some people just want to assassinate him apparently because they don't agree with his position or don't like his position that can be used to form a dictatorship. So the other people on the other hand probably are very motivated to send assassins after him. And then Queen Oito utilizing all this drama to like pull in people who are skilled assassins that are targeting Hulkenberg. Damn. Then all the drama with the Zodiacs, and revealing their abilities, and Mizai Storm basically betraying them to a degree, and working with Kurapika behind their backs to investigate them. Oh, damn, and Sayu being an unintentional spy that Beyond doesn't even know about. That thing that I don't want to keep on screen. I'm not even sure if YouTube's gonna detect that somehow. Maybe demonetize my ass. My ass is not even monetized. I don't have 1,000 subs yet. Man. Hunter x Hunter is so good, man. Wow. That was good. That was a good stream. How long have we been streaming? 3.5 hours, huh? Hey, that's an extra hour. We're improving. I mean, technically, I still I still can talk. I'm not feeling that tired yet. It's just the chapters are done. And it's a good stopping point. And I don't feel that bad, thus I don't mind going on for longer, but it's a good stopping point here. I think the next volume completely cuts off and we go into... Let me check. We go into the Hisoka Kurolo fight. Volume 34, where is it? There it is. One second, it's loading. Yep. Yeah, we immediately cut to Heaven Arena and we actually get to see the amazing cover art that you've been looking at this entire time. Hisoka versus Kurolo. Yeah, that should be in the next stream. And next time, I'm gonna try to do the entire volume at once. Should be like a 5-hour stream, possibly. Yeah, we should be able to get like through 10 chapters. It's a fight heavy. These will be fight heavy chapters. Even though there are Hunter x Hunter chapters, they're still gonna yab a lot. It's still fight heavy. So it should be a lot faster. Yeah, that's it. If you've been watching me on YouTube, thanks. I'm seeing a lot of people like come in and out. It's just I do not see the messages. If you've been chatting at all, I can't see the messages. They just do not show up on YouTube, unfortunately for me. Even on the back end, I cannot see any chats being chatted. I've been monitoring the entire time. It just doesn't show up. It is what it is. Until I can't do anything from my side. I'm refreshing as much as I can until YouTube fixes it from their side, which who knows. I need to at least have some viewers for them to even care about a channel like mine. But yeah, 0 chat rates, 0 chats total in the entire stream according to the back end on my side. So yeah, if you wanna see my chat, or if you want me to see your chat, please come to Twitch and chat over there if you have an account. Otherwise, nothing I can do on YouTube. It's quite unfortunate, but yeah, good stream. I had a lot of fun. See you next time. I'll actually try to stream very soon. Maybe even tomorrow. Maybe even today. Hey, who knows? If I'm free tonight, I might come back and play some more Elden Ring. If I can fix the stupid FPS lag issue. Gonna run OBS, maybe record or something, and see if I can fix the issues. That's it. Thank you for watching and bye.